From making movies, to bringing film to New Mexico, to helping train the next generation of filmmakers here in New Mexico, Grubb Graebner has been questioning and thinking and working on New Mexico's economic and workforce solutions for a long time. He's a man with a lot of big ideas, and if you know Grubb, he's not shy about any of them. He's an upstanding member of this community. He's done some really remarkable things in New Mexico. I'm proud to call him my friend. Please welcome Grubb Graebner.
Thank you, sir. I'm here to stump for a 1x3 education. What do I mean by this? Basically, that before anyone enters the job market or continues on to a four-year college degree, they need at least 1 year of community college learning behind them. In other words, students would learn the skills that would get them immediate employment before going on to get a four-year degree. Not only would these students gain an appreciation for a production-oriented workforce, they would defray the expenses for finishing a four-year degree that we all know are mounting, not diminishing. Too often, students go into debt getting a four-year degree that leaves them unemployable. Then they enroll in a community college that quickly teaches them the skills to pay back that debt. More often than not, these skills end up becoming a lifelong vocation. In a sense, higher education in America is backwards because it's upside down. That's because for the last 50 years, we've overvalued professional post-grad jobs, lawyering, doctoring, money marketing, at the expense of jobs that employ crafts, manufacturing, nursing, welding, etc. As a result, we import what the rest of the world manufactures, with movies being one of the few exceptions. To regain our place as a productive economy, we need to focus on skills-based learning, which is precisely what CNM provides. That being said, we need to abolish two myths. One, that a four-year education is necessary for a productive, happy life. And two, that there's a certain category of student that is too smart or advanced to waste their times learning a skill or hanging around those who have. It starts with K through 12 education, where skills versus professional jobs are misrepresented. They need more of us here coming to talk to their classes. Then it continues with the reluctance of four-year faculty to countenance change. Losing a year means losing classes to teach, which leads to job insecurity. Rather, they should realize the true purpose of a research university. Lessening of class time would be supplanted with an increase in research time. Otherwise, don't call yourself a four-year university. Call yourself a community college on steroids. Prideful four-year professors might grumble that their students would be underserved. But what's stopping the starstruck from continuing on for 5 years of schooling? Recent stats indicate that a growing percentage of four-year students are already doing this. Finally, states across the country are grappling with how to keep four-year schools in business without increasing legislative allotments. Simple solution. After fulfilling 1 year of community college requirement, reduce the required years for a bachelor's degree from 4 years to 3. Imagine the cost savings a college might reap if they paid for 3 years of athletic prowess in football or basketball instead of 4. Tax dollars saved, economic opportunity widened, diversity enhanced. Everybody in this room could be an advocate for this kind of change because everybody in this room understands the value of a 1x3 education. So what's stopping us from being heard? Nothing, actually. We are here at the right time and the right place to seize the opportunity. Socioeconomic psychologists with a minor in history will tell us that any positive disruptive change, any serious innovation comes from an outlier, the peripheral mind not constrained by mainstream thought. And New Mexico is the outlier state, famous for its outside the confines personalities. Billy the Kid, Geronimo, George O'Keeffe, J. Robert Oppenheimer, even Bill Gates did a pit stop in Albuquerque to fuel his imagination before he went up north to start Microsoft. But no matter how we argue our cultural heritage, in order to gain purchase on the future, we must respond to how others perceive us. And the world perceives us as an outlier. So why quibble? What have we got to lose if we demand wholesale educational change? Our economic ranking among other states? Heaven forbid if we should slip from 49th to 50th. Billy the Kid dodging Pat Garrett. Geronimo dodging the U.S. Army. George O'Keeffe pursued by Alfred Stieglitz. J. Robert Oppenheimer haunted by the Holocaust as he counted down the seconds before the first atomic blast. All these people, before they approached their signifying moment, had in common what all New Mexicans have in common. They had nothing left to lose. We owe it to our core value as New Mexicans to challenge the system of higher education in America by setting an example of 1x3 skills-first learning. Or as a sage on the mountain once said, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Why argue with the sage? Why deny our outlier status? A year of community college education should be the required step for the job market as well as further education.